Hello everybody, Dr. Della Parker here from Stellar Health and Wellness, and today we are going to talk about the change. If you're not there, might be coming soon. We're talking about menopause, ladies. So if you're not going through the change in that process that can last for years and years and years, you might want to be prepping for it. I know it might look at your mom or your grandma and think like, oh, that's like so far into the future. But there are ways that you can prep your body to have a really easy transition into menopause. So let's talk about it. Okay, so what happens with menopause? So we are talking about those ovaries. They take turns dropping eggs every month, right? They produce regular hormones to keep your cycle regular, and your body can depend on that. And as they get old and tired and they want to go into retirement, they're not doing so great at their job anymore, right? You'll notice that periods are happening every couple of weeks or maybe randomly every 3 months. Like, it's not dependable anymore. So neither are your hormones. Your hormones are kind of all wonky in your system. And that makes women really sensitive at that time. And when I say sensitive, I mean you can't get away with the crap you used to do. A lot of women find that this time in their life, like, they can't drink wine anymore. Like, it causes anxiety, or it keeps them awake all night, or they go off of their regular healthy diet for just a weekend and they put on 5 pounds. Like, their bodies are very sensitive to change. Exercise has to be a must, because you stop doing that and your body changes instantly, because it's just very susceptible to all these little changes because your hormones are so wonky during this point. So even though I know it's a pain in the butt, it's like you can't get away with anything, but you've just got to do your best. The one thing that can help is supporting your adrenal glands. All right. So those adrenal glands, it's their job to take over for the ovaries when they go into retirement. So then your adrenal glands should step up and start making these hormones. But what happens to women? We have been freaking used and abused. Our stress handlers, those adrenal glands, have been so overstressed and overworked all through mothering and working and putting our kids into college and all this stuff, that they are tired too. They kind of want to retire, but it's their turn to step up and start managing hormones, right? Producing hormones for us. So when your adrenals are completely tanked, that's when we see women have a really rough time with menopause. Hot flashes, the vaginal dryness and atrophy, irritability, like all these symptoms, because your adrenals aren't just stepping in and taking over hormone production. Things are just wonky, right? So how can we support you? We've got to support your adrenals, especially now if you're in your 30s or 40s. Before the change comes, we've got to get your adrenals working better so that they are ready to take on that baton when it's passed to them, and hormones can just glide on into menopause, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? Okay, so how do you do that? Well, I think the best way is to use muscle testing so that we can identify what your unique system needs, because every woman is different, right? If hormones were just a really easy formula, nobody would have a problem, but it's a very complex formula and very individual to the unique person, right? So we want to use muscle testing, the treatment selection method, to identify exactly what your body needs, what type of support. Maybe we need to do some hormone replacement to help the ease of that transition for you until we can get those adrenal glands back online. But it's going to be very different for the individual. So I want you guys to head on over to the YouTube channel, plop in Stellar Health and Wellness, and we've got lots of videos, but check out the treatment selection method video, and that explains how muscle testing works and how we can identify a treatment plan that's going to be very specific to you and your unique system, so that is going to be much more effective. If you guys have any other questions on menopause and how the adrenals kind of work in this process, please put those questions in the comments and I'd love to answer them. And I hope that kind of makes sense. And women, deep breathing. We got to start helping our adrenals prepare for the change so that we can sail on through menopause. That's the goal. All right, thanks for joining me. I will check you later.